Greetings, football lovers. Welcome to another episode of Ball Chat. Another week reviewing football. I'm your host, Benton. And this week on the show, we have a fan, my brethren. Sean, how are you doing, boss?
I'm good.
Welcome to the studio. And Kevin, how are you doing?
I am good. Why are you here?
And as usual, we're going to review the weeks in proceeding in football. And online, we have Come on, how are you doing?
Doing great.
Doing great. And this is a part of Ball Chat policy, right? We want to incorporate fans who follow the show. And this week, this is the first of many. So Sean, a man in the building, welcome. This week we're going to discuss football as usual. Glad to have you. He's a passionate man.
Happy to be here, guys.
So, viewers, Sean supports Arsenal.
That's correct.
And over the past few weeks, Arsenal's been losing. So we try bring him when Arsenal catch a draw.
So as usual, we're going to review the week's preceding football. We're going to kick the show off with our ballers and bugs. Ballers being the impressive players of the week. The bugs, the unimpressive players. Segue to football in Europe. Set up the Champions League semi-final second leg matchup coming up between Barca, Liverpool, and Ajax versus Spurs. And then do a quick roundup of EPL. The penultimate week of EPL took place this week. And then we're going to set up and just quickly wrap up in football in the Americas and do our power ranking. So the guests in the building, Sean, who you have as your ball of the week, boss?
The great Lionel Messi.
Yes.
I think that what Messi did this week, especially in the semi-final, against a team that I would put in the top 3 best teams in Europe this year, which is Liverpool. I don't know what happened to Liverpool in that match, but somehow Barcelona got the better of them. Messi was the difference as usual.
Yeah.
I thought Messi was amazing, especially that free kick. I watched that free kick over and over.
Yeah.
And I don't care how great a goalkeeper was.
Yeah.
I doubt if a goalkeeper could stop that free kick. And
Yeah.
I think that was a difference. So I have to give Messi the ball of the week.
Yes, deservedly so. Ball of the week. He scored 600 goals this week out of 683 matches.
That's right.
So his numbers are really, really impressive, and he was a difference maker in that 3-0 victory for Barcelona in the first leg. Come on, who is your ball of the week?
What name pronounced again? Origi?
Divock Origi of Liverpool.
Right. He's my baller of the week. He scored the winner to help Liverpool stay in the hunt for the EPL title. So he's my baller of the week.
Yeah, Divock Origi has been critical for Liverpool. He won them about 6 points in this EPL run-in. The game against Everton and then yesterday against Newcastle came on late and secure that 3 points as the title chase continued to another weekend in the EPL. Impressive, Divock Origi, not getting many minutes on the field, but when he does get on the field, he's utilizing it quite well. Liverpool defeated Newcastle 3-2. Kevin, who is your ball of the week, boss?
So in that vein, my ball of the week is split down the middle. It is definitely for Lionel Messi for the free kick. Mm-hmm. He was not that instrumental in the game, but the free kick was something else. And I will, again, Jurgen Klopp will always put in making the right substitutions, especially with the Divock Origi in the Premiership.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's my ball of the week.
So Jurgen Klopp pulling the right strings as ball of the week for you, putting on Divock Origi and then securing that victory against Newcastle to continue his pursuit of an EPL title with Liverpool, and also Lionel Messi for that free kick. Like you said, he was in and out of that game, but when he did step in, he definitely left his hands all over the game. My ball of the week is Arturo Vidal. You know, Barcelona went out this year and picked up Arturo Vidal for these big moments. The work that he put in that midfield was instrumental in Barcelona securing that victory. You don't see those stats on the stat sheet, but his work rate back and forth. And this tie is not over, and you're going to need an Arturo Vidal when you go to Anfield on Tuesday in the second leg of this matchup. Instrumental in Barcelona's 3-0 victory. The bug of the week. Come on, who you have as your bug of the week?
It's my bug of the week. It's not bug, it's bugs.
Yeah.
We're sharing it today. So between Manchester United, the entire Manchester United, and the entire Arsenal squad.
So the entire Arsenal squad gets the bug of the week. They drew at home to Brighton against Brighton 1-1. Needed a victory to try to push for that top 4 finish. And Manchester United, why, what a side, what list. Drew 1-1 to an already relegated Huddersfield at Huddersfield. Needed a victory to continue to try to push. And it's official. Manchester United is out of Champions League running after that tie against Huddersfield. Those are Common's bug of the week. Sean, who is your bug of the week, boss?
Well, I'm going to stick with Common's pick, but not the entire team.
Yeah.
I choose their forward there.
Lacazette or Abon?
No, man.
Rashford?
Abon. Yeah.
I think that he got the winner today.
Yes.
Winner?
Yeah, man, he got the winner when it was
Okay.
1-1.
Okay. He missed the winner.
Yes, he got the win. Well, the would-be winner.
Yeah, the would-be
winner.
Yes.
Sorry, he got the would-be winner today when it was 1-1. He was in the 6-yard box and he got a chance to just tap the ball in the goal and he kicked it wide. I think everyone in the stadium was in awe of that miss, so I think Aubameyang is the bug of the week for me.
Yes, and
for that miss, especially for the fact that he knew the magnitude of that game, and they were 1-1 I think at the time. You needed that victory. Whatever you do, ensure that you score that goal.
Yes, and it's couldn't be more deserved. I mean, you need your big players to step up at this critical stage in the run-in, and Aubameyang missed a sitter. So he also missed a sitter early on this year in Spurs in a chance to secure a victory. So those points are coming back to bite him, and he scored a lot of goals. But he's your bug of the week and deservedly so, Sean. Kevin, who's your bug of the week?
Again, we said it last week. It is teams 3 through 6. And I noticed, incidentally, come on, hurry up and take our fair side out of it this week. So now she said Arsenal, she said Man U. She does hurry up and take fair side out of it.
Because her side has secured Champions League for next year.
They finally won and finally scored a goal. In fact, they scored 3 goals. I'm like, I couldn't believe that.
The castle and bad boy might going into that.
Yeah.
No, I will raise the Aubameyang miss, and I will see you a Rashford miss that he had directly in front of the goal and did the same thing.
Yes,
so, as I said to you guys last week, I hated the Cardiff game, the Cardiff Huddersfield game, because it didn't show me anything. Because one of the things I like about the Premiership, especially at this time of the season, is to watching the teams fighting for relegation. And today, we had a good relegation match between Man U and Huddersfield.
Yeah.
So two bottom teams,
two garbage teams, two bugs teams,
fighting to see who gets relegated, and they both got relegated.
Yes,
one got relegated out of the Premiership, and one got relegated out of Champions League.
Yes, got kicked out of the Champions League running. Manchester United does not deserve to be in it. They should be, And I'm sure there's going to be questions asked on the hiring or the appointment of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, but they'll have whole summer to do that.
Where's Junior?
It's interesting that Junior is not here. I think he's at peace. Big up Junior.
He fell to pieces. Humpty Dumpty fell to pieces. That's why he's not here.
Manchester United bug of the week. Marcus Rashford, more specifically for you, Kevin, for that miss. And you say what? From 3 to 6?
From 3 to 6.
From 3 to 6. So even Chelsea get included in.
Of course. I mean, you're going to take 5 weeks to win a game, and then you're going to all of a sudden jump out. You're not bug anymore.
But they made Champions League. Chelsea officially secured Champions League spot for next year.
Benton, in fairness, it's only 2 teams that played the Premier League this season.
Were exceptional.
That really showed that they were in a competition and wanted to win something.
Yes.
And it's Man City and Liverpool.
Yeah.
The so-called top 6 that they're calling the other 4 teams.
Yeah.
They're a joke.
Yeah, there's not up to scrap.
They didn't take advantage of the others when they made errors.
Yeah.
You know, and that for me says a lot about not only the teams but the management around the teams.
Yeah. My bug of the week is to pivot away from the European football and focus on Jamaican football for a little bit. The RS Red Stripe Premier League final took place this week between Waterhouse and Mount Pleasant, and it was absolutely pathetic behavior. The team fought, players on team fought for
No, Benton. It was Waterhouse and Portmore.
Waterhouse and Portmore. Sorry,
Portmore won again.
Portmore won again.
Okay.
Yes.
Waterhouse and Portmore. Sorry about
Mount Pleasant.
Mount Pleasant.
Mount Pleasant. Yeah, but my correction on the Mount Pleasant, Waterhouse and Portmore. Thank you, come on. And the behavior from the fans and the disrespect to the official, I mean, it was just deplorable and unacceptable.
Players too.
Yeah, we're not entitled to win games. I mean, this is a sport that we love. We play the sport. Let's respect our opponent. And let's just carry out ourselves with a little bit of decency. No, it's not,
hold on.
It's not all the fans that we're going to blaze, but those who throw bottles onto the field. No, man.
Let me cut you for a minute.
Yeah.
No. We had the discussion, and come on, please chime in. We have the discussion about Jamaica needing to go World Cup and we acting like World Cup. This is the Jamaica's Premier League, and this is what you get.
Yeah.
You know, see a monkey football. This.
Yes.
What kind of World Cup business we are
Well,
talking about?
I will hope this is not a reflection of the entire league. This is just an outlier. This is just a moment. I mean, you know,
Kevin, you cannot throw the baby out with the bathwater.
Come on, this is the river. This is the final. This is the river.
But look at it. But not every player acted the fool. If you watch the game, you had certain players who decided that anything that the official did, you know, it was not right. But some players actually play the game.
yes.
And I understand what you're saying, Kevin, that it looked bad on people who were looking in.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And one would hope, and I'm not going to hold my breath for this, one would hope that JFF, I hate to say it, but JFF will take drastic measures against these teams, against any personnel or players who was at fault here. And going forward, JFF, you need better security at these matches. You know, you can't have these sort of issues. So that's my bug of the week. Now, to segue from ballers and bugs, let's quickly get into our football in Europe. Mm-hmm. Champions League semi-final, second leg set up this week.
Yes.
The first leg took place this week. Early thoughts from your assessment of the first leg, Junior. You know, Barcelona defeated Liverpool 3-0. Spurs lost 1-0 to Ajax. Your assessment, your main takeaway.
All right, as I said, I was saying to Kevin earlier, I was surprised of the scoreline. That's the first thing. Because I do rank Liverpool up there, as I said, probably top 3 in Europe right now. And I was surprised. I realized something about that game though. Mm-hmm. I don't know if it's the coach that should get credit for that, but Barcelona played a calculated game.
Yeah.
They were extremely patient.
Yeah.
In that game. As I said, you said Messi didn't do much, and that's true. Messi sat back, and while Liverpool did Liverpool, because they were doing their regular Liverpool exciting football.
Yeah.
Somehow they conceded, and from the conceded, then came the free kick, and after that, you know, it was all Barcelona.
Yeah.
However, I'm not sure if that tie is over.
Okay.
Because Liverpool has such quality that I do believe they can still put up a good fight, even though it's a long shot, but I still think they can put up a good fight. I remember that Champions League final, I'm not sure if it was, in the 90s, I think, or in 2000, 2005?
2005, yeah.
2005, yeah.
Against AC Milan?
Yeah, they were down 3-0.
Win 3-0 and come back.
Half time.
Yeah.
And came back.
The Steven Gerrard led
Exactly.
Liverpool,
But guess what? This is Barcelona. And arguably the best player is playing for Barcelona that is in club football right now. So it's not going to be easy for them, but I still think there's a good chance for Liverpool to really bounce back, especially at Anfield where their power lies. In terms of the other game with Ajax and Spurs, I've been impressed with this Ajax team all season. They play real complete football, you know, and there's something that we need to understand about Ajax. Every time Ajax push their nose into this competition, they always have an excellent team. So I wouldn't be surprised if Ajax make it to the finals.
Make it to the final.
Yes, because it's once in probably every 15 or 20 years you see an Ajax team like this.
Yeah.
And each time you see an Ajax team like this, they normally go all the way.
They're pushing.
Yeah.
Come on, your major takeaway from this week, Champions League semi-finals, first leg.
I disagree with Sean when Sean said that when the goal was scored against Liverpool, it was like lights out all over. I think Liverpool was unlucky. They should have scored at least 3 goals. There were a couple misses, a couple saves, and a couple great defensive clearances. So Liverpool was just unlucky to not get at least 1 away goal. In terms of the return leg, it's going to be hard for Liverpool because not only will they need to score 4 goals, but they will also need to stop Barcelona from scoring. So you're going to leave yourself open to all kinds of attack while you're trying to put the ball in the back of the net. So I don't think Liverpool will actually come back and beat Barcelona. But as I said, the ball is round, anything can happen. Dembele is injured. We're not sure if he's going to be a part of, the return leg. We still need to see that. We might have players who can step in. And as I said, Vidal is playing well. So we shall see that when it comes to the return leg. In terms of Tottenham and Ajax, I've always been saying that Ajax plays like Barcelona. I'm impressed with Ajax. I wouldn't like Ajax and Barcelona to go to the finals because then it can be Ajax who beats Barcelona. So Tottenham can grind out, maybe a 1 goal or whatever, but I see Ajax beating Tottenham and going to the finals.
All right. Kevin, your assessment.
My assessment is that I was okay with the game and disappointed with the results. I thought that Liverpool outplayed Barcelona and was unlucky. They didn't outplay them by a C, but they definitely outplayed them as far as possession, attacking football and everything else. Liverpool was definitely, all the breaks went Barcelona's way and all the breaks went counter for Liverpool. Mane got clear chances. Salah got a chances that he hit the post, a real easy chance, and and that would have been sufficient. I think Liverpool just needed a couple of away goals. I don't care what the results was as long as you got a couple of away goals. And I thought that would have been sufficient. No, we have left ourselves with a lot of work to do. As Kamon says, we have to put 4 goals past them, and also keep a clean sheet. Keeping a clean sheet with the current run of play is something that's going to take a little work, but it's something that Liverpool is used to. Liverpool has kept 20 clean sheets, more than 20 clean sheets this season. So, of course, Barcelona is a potent offense. So anything can happen there. So we have left ourselves with a lot of work to do. As I said before, I was okay with the performance in the game. I was unlucky with the result.
Yeah, and leading up to the match, I think Jurgen Klopp called it perfectly. He said, they're going to make us suffer. We'll get our chances. What will happen is that we have to take our chances. He says, and unfortunately, Liverpool just did not take their chances. There were sitters, Sadio Mane and Mohamed Salah. Now, missed sitters in that match, and James Milner also missed sitter in that match. Now, pivoting to the second leg, Bobby Firmino seemed to be out. I mean, because of this muscle injury, Mohamed Salah was taken off yesterday in the Newcastle game. He's listed as doubtful. Your take on the second leg and projections, how you see this one finishing out?
So I thought it was twofold, and again, hats off to Klopp again. I think he did a master stroke by bringing in Origi and leaving Sturridge on the pitch. In looking forward and knowing that, okay, Sturridge used to be a potent goal scorer.
Yeah.
He doesn't get enough touches. So even though Sturridge is not fit enough to play and injury prone, he had him play the whole entire game.
Yes, just in
so
case
I
he
get
needs
as
him.
many touches as you can because I'm going to need you.
Yes,
Of course, Sturridge holds the ball too long.
Yeah.
Salah does too, as well as Origi. So that will, Bobby Firmino being missing really affects the play.
Yeah.
Because he is the one out of the three between Mane and Salah, the original three who do not hold the game up as much.
Yeah.
So if I, hopefully, Klopp can hear me, Klopp, make sure you put in Oxlade Chamberlain for playing midfield.
Yes.
Is he fit again?
Yeah, he's
Yes,
fit.
yes.
He's fit.
Okay.
Yeah, he's fit.
You bring in Gomez and Virgin van Dijk play in the middle. Make Trent Arnold and Robertson play, because you're going to need their service to try to get some goal. So Ox Chamberlain, Brazilian name? Fabinho, and one of the others.
Yeah.
One of the others, just one. Whether it be Milner,
or Henderson. Yeah.
Or Wijnaldum, just one of them. And then up front now, Mane starts. If Salah can't play, then Sturridge and Origi.
Yeah. Your thoughts on the second leg, Sean? Knowing with the injuries that both of these teams, Dembele is out for, not that he did play a lot of minutes on that team, but I figured somebody who would be useful for them. But Liverpool having Bobby, who's a huge asset for them, Bobby Firmino being maybe possibly out.
Starting with Barcelona, I don't think Dembele will be a factor missing.
Yeah.
And we saw that in the first leg.
Yeah.
It was a master stroke from the coach in bringing in Vidal to rough up that midfield there. I thought that was a master stroke. Going with Kevin, it might be really a good idea for club to really bring in Chamberlain to mix up things now, because Chamberlain is a direct player.
Yeah, Ox. Yeah,
he's a direct player, and this might because Barcelona coach hasn't seen much of Chamberlain all season, any at all. This might be a masterstroke for Liverpool in bringing in Chamberlain, because then club can change up the way Liverpool play now and play through Chamberlain. However, it's a long shot. If for Liverpool to have any chance at all in the second leg, they'll have to get an early goal.
Two early goals. They have to score at least 2 goals before the first half.
You need to
once that don't take place.
Yeah,
I don't see.
So come on, one, and I know that I don't want to bring sadness to you, but last year Barcelona played Roma, an older Roma, took a 4-1 lead into Rome and ended up losing that matchup. Roma pressed the hell out of Barcelona. The same Barcelona team, of course, minus Iniesta, and now you have Arturo Vidal. Are you not concerned about a higher intensity Liverpool squeezing Barcelona on the road as what Roma did last year?
No, I'm actually not.
Okay.
There's a Coutinho. We might not give Coutinho enough props, but there's faster legs when it comes to Coutinho. And as Sean said with Vidal, or Kevin said with Vidal, he bosses the middle. So you have that other factor that we didn't have Semedo last year either. So he's an added bonus to us. So I think Barcelona will raise the level of play. Last year was very disappointing, and I think they won't make the same mistake again this year. So I'm not worried.
Okay. And you brought up Felipe Coutinho, and I have beat him on the show, but he has made a huge asset in that first leg. One of the things that Liverpool tried to do was to seal off those initial passes earlier on in the first half. And the long ball that Barcelona was forced to play out from the back to Coutinho, who flicked or lay off some of those balls to unrunning Messi and Suarez, really helped to pull Liverpool off their defenders, off Barcelona defenders, rather than staying too high and press them and squeeze them. So he's going to be critical. Official prediction on this matchup. Kevin?
Liverpool 4.
Liverpool 4-0. As expected. Sean, your official prediction.
To be honest, I think it's going to be a draw, but if you have a result, I think it's going to be Liverpool 2,
Yeah.
Barcelona won, and Barcelona still go through.
What a game this is, and this is on Tuesday
Yes, it's Tuesday.
Tuesday at 3 p.m. on TNT. Come on, your official prediction.
I think it's going to be a 2-1 Barcelona. And for Ajax and Tottenham, it's going to be a 2-0 Ajax.
2-0. And you're, so if Ajax win 2-0, they'll officially win 3-0 on aggregate and move on to the final. Your prediction of the Ajax Tottenham game. Son returns for this matchup. I know we haven't focused much on it, but we'll see how a Son infused energy Tottenham push Ajax.
Ajax will still win 2-0.
Ajax will still win 2-0. And then, of course, Tottenham is coming off a 1-0 loss to Bournemouth in the EPL. Seems to be wobbling a bit. Your thoughts, your prediction of that game?
I think it's going to be a 1-0 win for Ajax again. However, Tottenham will be a wounded animal, and they're going to be extremely aggressive because they know this is the only opportunity they have for a trophy this season, and they're going to try everything to try and come back in that match. But I still think Ajax is complete enough to pull this off.
Yeah.
I don't think Tottenham had any ambitions for trophy before the season started.
I
can't argue with that.
I was going to say that. I was saying Tottenham and trophy in the same sentence.
I don't know, Sean. We might have to give you one with
I'm not going to argue with that though. As an Arsenal fan, I won't argue with that.
As an Arsenal fan.
His London team suck, boy.
So football lovers, Tuesday and Wednesday is the second leg of the matchups, and follow us on all our social media platforms, as these games will be really, really intense, nail-biting sort of matches. Ernesto Valverde, Jurgen Klopp, Pochettino, tag Hacken tag the coach of Ajax. It should be mouthwatering football. We'll be keeping you updated on our social media platform. Champions League running hot. Now to segue from Champions League to the EPL, the hottest league in Europe.
That's right.
The hottest league in Europe right now. Liverpool defeated Newcastle 3-2, sits at top of the EPL, came close to getting a tie against a very feisty and open Newcastle team. Your big takeaway from the EPL weekend, you know?
Let me correct you there. The hottest two-team league in Europe.
Yes, the hottest two-team league.
It's the hottest league in Europe. The rest of the league didn't decide it.
Because Liverpool is already sitting on 94 points. 94 points. City is on 92 points.
92,
and 94 points in a lot of other years would have won this trophy.
That's right.
But this year is just not enough. At least thus far. City may end up losing the last two games, but it's highly likely.
Wall them, Leicester, wall them.
When is City next game?
City plays Leicester City tomorrow at Monday.
And they're playing Leicester?
Yes.
At City.
That's going to be a tricky game. Why? Leicester is playing good. Leicester is playing good football.
Yeah.
So they're going to be pressured. However, it all depends on what the coach decides tomorrow in terms of how he picked the team tomorrow.
The coach as in Pep Guardiola.
Yes, Pep. You know,
He going to think again.
You know, if he overthinks, because I've been noticing the last 3 games or so, Pep has been overthinking the games instead of allowing the team just to play the regular game. Yeah. And if he go out tomorrow and overthink this game, he might drop points.
He might drop points. And he cannot drop any points.
And once points are dropped, any at all,
no, he cannot.
that's it.
I mean, he has a cushion. He has goal average. He has a advantage.
Just 3 goals.
Right.
So that's not much.
I mean, there's one game left.
Yes, but well, as you guys know, my pick for the season was Liverpool.
Right.
So if it happened, then I won't be upset because I had that pick.
When it happens.
Kevin,
Liverpool fan said when it
happened.
happens. Come on, your big takeaway from this weekend EPL games and the title race.
Listen, while I was glad for the 3-0 win versus Watford, it kind of put me back in this state of, is Sarri going to be in or is Sarri going to be out?
But you cannot. But come on, you cannot. Come on, you cannot fire Mauricio Sarri
every week.
Because so I know you don't like, but we have to say, like, he has accomplished Champions League qualification. And come on, surely you did not expect to win EPL, so that's the major accomplishment. And if they win Europa League, I mean, that would be even another trophy.
Benton,
so that'd be
however,
huge.
No.
we cannot, and come on, I'm going to say it for you too. We cannot be honoring Champions League qualification when I had a coach that did it for 18 years straight, and every year they said that's all Arsenal play for.
Arsene Wenger.
Yeah, and they play it down.
Yeah.
So you can't be bigging up Chelsea for qualifying
Right
for
indeed.
Champions
Right
League.
indeed. Champions League don't get the trophy.
Exactly.
Thank
So
you very much,
I don't
Tom.
agree with Benton saying that they qualify.
very much.
No,
Hey.
they didn't accomplish anything.
All right, come on, go ahead.
Hold on, but hold on. Mega one Sean, come on every weekend because guess what? You said perfectly. We don't win FA Cup, right? We don't win Carabao Cup.
We're talking about Corner League on the show, yeah?
No, but what I'm saying is that
Trophy,
we barely
we're not trophy,
scraped
Liverpool.
through. No, but first of all, Arsenal up the top door. So anyway, we're barely scraped through because other teams dropped the ball. That is how we did. For the entire season, we did not play good football. And it looked like our best player is leaving. So, yes, we barely qualified for Champions League. Maybe we win Europa, whatever. But Sarri did not play good football, and he did not motivate the team to play good football. What's going to happen next season? We're going to bring him back Sarri and keep Jorginho and keep Higuain and still the same foolishness.
Well, you can't buy any more players, so.
Hey, but guess what? We have four teams out there, and if we have to draw back for Michael Hector, Sheffield Wednesday Player of the Year, that's what we're going to do.
You'll end up in the championship like Sheffield Wednesday.
But at least can we acknowledge, I mean, with all the struggles that Mauricio Sarri have, he came in late. He had a goalkeeper that revolted on him.
What did the last coach do?
Where's the Conte? What in terms of what?
Didn't he qualify too?
Did he win?
Yeah, he won the
and he got fired.
Premier League.
Exactly.
And he got fired.
At some point, Chelsea has to back their coaches. You can't fire them on after one.
No, Benton, I don't agree. Because
After 1 year?
You can't be bigging up qualification for Champions League, then you tear down another team
After
for doing
1
it
year.
for many years. Come on.
No, well, you can do. I mean, see, listen. We have gone to the new Rubicon of mediocrity.
Yes.
I see a team nearly qualify for Champions League
Yes.
and then give coach full-time work.
Manchester United fans beware. So which is fine. Then if Manchester United give all of the work who nearly qualify, why can't Mauricio get the work who's qualified? So I mean, give him another season.
Because the Russian are an idiot. And the Russian decides, listen, we need somebody to win. He wants to win Premier League as well as want to win the Champions League.
I understand.
So for us to beat trophies, look at Josie. Josie make we win Premier League with 15 points for Spear. We could have played around with it. We could have brought in some U15 from the academy. And the next season he struggled and they fired him.
Yeah,
Look on Leicester City coach. So it's like, they are used to coaches not motivating their team and not doing well, losing their jobs. Why is it that Sarri should be rewarded because he barely scraped through?
Yeah, okay. I digress. I step down. You brought up some good points about Jose Mourinho, and yes, I guess we'll see in the off season. We run up against the clock, but we don't want to focus on look at idiot Dibby side. This is the final weekend of the EPL is up on us.
That's right. Talk about big side.
We're talking about championship.
Yeah.
And by the way, before we even get
Liverpool City.
before we get to Liverpool and City, just officially, Kevin's brethren, Neil Warnock and Cardiff, is officially relegated from the EPL. They lost to Crystal Palace, so they're done. So Liverpool versus Wolves next Sunday. All games kicks off at 10 a.m. Eastern time. All games kicks off at 10 a.m. Eastern time. And City holds Brighton. And this is on the notion that City will defeat or get points from Leicester City.
No, Brendan Rodgers. Hold them, Brendan Rodgers. Hold them.
How
Brendan
do we
Rodgers.
see this thing end? Final weekend coming up.
The finals is tomorrow.
Finals tomorrow.
Yes, the finals is tomorrow.
Yeah.
The EPL will be decided tomorrow.
Okay.
I think so. Oh, sorry. I think so. It will be decided tomorrow.
Okay. So Leicester City.
So if City can't get those 3 points tomorrow,
Yeah. It's a wrap.
it's a wrap. So let's not go beyond ourselves and say that Sunday. No, tomorrow is the deciding factor.
And ball chat followers, we will keep
Yes.
you updated on that match. Come on. You're of the impression that City will get points tomorrow.
There's no points, 3.
I am.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's even one.
No,
And
but
the
if
1
they get
point.
1 point, they lose.
But listen, but listen, it's not over until it's over. Oh, remember Manchester United and Manchester City when Fergie and everybody are celebrating Man U because them think them win, and Balotelli and Aguero bust up the neck over the next side. Joey Barton and QPR make them win it.
Yes, yes.
So
yes.
it's
Come
not
on.
over until the fat ladies think.
Come
yeah?
on.
Yes.
That was the start of Man U mediocrity. Yes, and
You
they
know
have
what?
never
You're
recovered
right.
from that.
And they've never recovered.
They have
You're
never
right.
recovered from that, and they're still in that bracket now. Man U used to be a big team. They're not anymore.
Why we talk
Hey,
again?
hey,
Why we
look,
keep talking about them bug side, man? I mean, come on,
We're not
man.
talking about
But
the-
look, but
Yeah.
the thing is this: Leicester City is tricky, and Vardy
Yes.
is a very tricky player.
Yes,
So if Manchester City is not on their A game tomorrow, I can see them losing to Leicester and handing it to Liverpool.
So, Kevin, I know you're hoping and praying for Leicester City to surgically defeat.
Yeah, I'm a Leicester City fan.
You're a
Oh,
Leicester
Lord.
City fan.
I'm a Leicester City air condition.
Oh,
But you
man.
truly believe that Leicester City will go there and get points? I mean, you,
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think that Brendan Rodgers, I was one of the ones that said it's time for you to go,
Okay.
and I'm happy you landed on your feet. You gave away one
So you need
with
to
Stevie
give it
G.
Yeah.
You need to
back. Give it back.
show some penance.
Yes.
Right? All right then. And Leicester City, they've gotten rid of 2 coaches this year. You have to show me something now. And this is your swan song. This is what you're playing for. This is what you gotta have.
Yeah.
Also, Man City has been struggling to score goals for the last 3 games.
That's true. That's true.
So all the Leicester City need to do is put one in the onion bag. And I think one will be enough. Not necessarily to
One goal won't
win.
beat City though.
What?
One goal won't beat City.
How many goals did City score in the last 3 EPL
It
games?
doesn't matter. One goal won't beat them.
They don't need to be beaten.
That's true. That's true. But a draw is a loss, for City.
Yeah.
A draw is a loss for City.
And then we don't really want it gone next week at Brighton Hove. But, Mr. Brighton, well, I idiot side Brighton Hove play today.
Brighton can't stop City and Wolves can't stop Liverpool. So
Wolves.
No, Wolves will give Liverpool a
Wolves
better game
will
than
be
anybody
competitive
else.
against Liverpool
Yes.
next weekend. Wolves is running.
Hold on there. Oh, no, I Watford will beat today. Come here, say I can't. The Wolves not talk about.
No, man, Wolves are big side, man. Wolves are big side. Wolves is going to supplant one of these top 6 teams.
Wolves is competing for a Europa League spot.
Next year, Wolves will supplant one of these top 6
Bold
teams.
prediction on ball chat here. Kevin said next year
don't think
Wolves
so.
will
Don't
be in
think
the
so.
top 6.
They don't have the resources.
I think they will. They have
I don't
money,
think so.
and they will recruit another bunch of Portuguese players.
Who is the owner for Wolves?
I'm not sure.
No, I don't think so.
They call them Portugal 2.0 though. Nuno's Espirito and group. So this is it, football lovers. Tomorrow,
3 o'clock.
3 o'clock.
Well done, Brendan Raja.
No
Well done.
exam, no school.
NBCSN.
Right in front of the screen.
Like my Man City fan, like my Man City fan,
Leicester City fan.
like my Man City fan, Bregin said to me yesterday. He said if Pep Guardiola and Man City lose at their home the last game of the year, them need to get some rotted kick up. Last game of the year, gotta win that game to continue this running. To segue from football in Europe to MLS.
Oh.
Come on, give us our major MLS news. I think your boy Corey Scoreberg struggling to get back into the country. What's the update on that?
Retirement league.
Well, no update on that, but that is just ridiculous. I don't know what's happening with that. That don't make no sense. But Philly is doing well without him because Philly beat one side yesterday and give them 6-1. Beat
Wow.
New England yesterday, give them 6-1.
Wow.
DC end up beat Columbus 3-1. Rooney doing well again. Who else? That's it.
And
FC Cincinnati.
yeah.
FC Cincinnati
With
is
the
showing that
bleacher.
they're a USL team.
With the bleacher. Then the bleacher never supposed to go make all the difference in the world. Come on.
He's not getting any service. He's standing on an island by himself.
Them man, they forget big striker for Jamaica.
And then Bleacher, we're talking about Darren Maddox. It's not me here, so that here, Bridget.
So come on, what about the big team, the team on form now, LA Football Club?
They drew with
LAFC.
Chicago 0-0 yesterday. I mean, they're still playing good football. So
They seem to be the hottest team this season.
Yes.
Listen, after a week of watching the EPL and the Champions League, me not watch no MLS. Me tell the viewer them the truth. I can't do it.
Can't drop your standard.
Yeah, me have to wait till Champions League done and prepare. Yo, the thing
And you don't
hot
have
right now.
you don't have anything else to do.
The thing hot right now
Yeah,
to
man,
which
it's hot
part?
for real, it's hot.
It's hot right
Yeah,
now.
man,
So
it's
if you
hot.
leave that and go watch MLS right now, no sir.
I have a question for Benton though.
Yeah.
What is happening with the champions?
Atlanta United plays Kansas City today, or Sporting Kansas. Where's early one?
What has been happening with the champions?
We're
That should be the
struggling. We have
question.
lost. We're under 500. Frank de Boer and
That is what happened.
Frank de Boer
coach.
and Pity Martinez has been horrible. But once again, it's just like the same sort of scenario with Mauricio Sarri. I cannot believe a club searched and said this is the man that they want for this job and then fire them after a year. If you do an exhaustive search, you have multiple candidates that came in and interviewed, and you flesh out. Tata Martino this week, promoting Mexico's game, said to give Frank de Boer time.
And what do you expect a coach to say to other coaches?
Well, I trust Tata Martino. He has won a championship here in the A.
My point on the Frank de Boer disaster
Yes.
is that you wait too long, a la Manu.
Yeah.
You can screw up this team for a very long time.
Exactly.
I'd give him a season. But clearly, they did not replace Miguel Almiron.
It's not about Miguel
come on,
Almiron
Benton.
alone.
One player?
The team.
He's a critical player.
He's a critical player. I will
one
give him
player
that.
can't give-
Right? But the team was playing exceptionally well, even
Exactly.
in games where Almiron was not available due to injury.
Kevin. So what happened?
Fair enough. The team was playing exceptional. Once again, you can't tell me that Atlanta have gone out and done an exhaustive search
I didn't know it was exhausted.
and then said, this is the guy. They promote this guy heavily. And I know you're telling me, say, after what? 10 games? These are 20 games.
a good sign of leadership is knowing when to admit that you made a mistake.
Exactly.
Give him at least 4 months, right? Come on.
Yeah, but Benton, look at it this way.
Yeah.
You're the championship team.
Yeah.
And you're in a league that as far as I'm concerned, it's a retirement league. So players are when they shine, especially if they're young, they want to move to greener
move on
pastures,
to other
move to
places.
EPL or La Liga or one of those leagues. What have you been doing then, since those players got the league?
Yeah.
Why didn't you put something in place to ensure that you bring in players to fill that void? And I think that is where Atlanta went wrong.
No, Atlanta does a good job of that. Atlanta does a good job of that.
Atlanta bringing Pity,
Right.
Pity is what? The player of the year in the league that he was playing.
Exactly.
So in their mind, they got a player who is fit and ready and can score goals and can fill Almiron's position.
Is that the player that I saw a video circling around?
Yeah,
Yes.
throwing tantrum on
Throwing
the bench.
tantrum.
Yes.
Seems as if he's a bench player now.
Yes.
Yes, the one where he kick the back up, red chase.
Yeah, then if why you get a player, then have a coach that not playing your star player.
But he did play him. He started him the entire season. No one can tell me that Pity has been up to scrap. He needs to get run away. Along with the coach.
No. The coach need to get run away before Pity get
I
run
think
away.
so too,
Because
Kevin.
I see
Run out
Pity.
Romario.
I see Pity play in a more competitive league and look good.
Exactly.
And to your point, yes, that's very valid. He played in South America and was exceptional. But one of the caveats I noticed with Pity, the man is on record as saying that I have a desire to get to Europe. This is not necessarily my preferred home.
Right.
Because Atlanta has put up the most money for him. He's definitely, here it's a business thing. But ultimately, a part of me is thinking how much of that is in the back of his mind. This is not the player.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't look very professional to me in the work ethic that he's putting on the field. And I come on, you can probably speak to this. Have you been impressed with Pity Martinez on the field?
No, Absolutely not.
Kevin, have
And
you been
guess what
impressed with
happened?
Pity?
No, I have
No,
not.
Oh, you know a lot of that.
Wait, Sean. Let's not talk over each other. Come on, sorry, you were saying?
But hold on. But if he wants to play in Europe, don't you think that this is like a job interview?
Exactly.
Makes sense.
He's supposed to give 100%.
But it's not everybody smart. Wait a second, Kevin. What did you say? What were you saying?
No, exactly that.
Yeah.
This is a job interview for him. So I have not been impressed with him thus far.
Yeah.
But do you think the coach is putting him in the best position to play well? I do
That's
not
the
think
point
so.
I have to.
I don't care that Pitti wants to move to Europe.
Yeah.
That's the same thing we did for Almiron did for us.
Exactly.
We have to better the relationship. We get what we can out of the relationship.
Okay.
So this is a stepping stone. We're not going to fool ourselves thinking we're competing with the EPL or the leagues in Europe. We can't.
Yeah.
This is a stepping stone for them. We're going to provide a platform. So we need a coach who can play expansive football. So the players, even other players from even Pitti's side that he used to play for, want to play for Atlanta.
Yeah.
Because they know this is a gateway to bring them to Europe because the coach is playing expansive football.
Yeah.
This coach is doing rubbish.
Yeah. All right.
I
So
totally agree with Kevin.
a very good point. Yeah. Frank de Boer have not really.
No.
I think tactically he is left found wanting on some other thing, and I'm putting that mildly. My thing with Pitti is just sometimes I see him on the field and his effort when he loses the ball and he turns over the ball. And this is not to absolve Frank de Boer of any sort of responsibility. It's just that he just not seem interested to work back and help the group. And to me, it is what it is. Two of them forget runway.
You know why Pitti can do that?
Yeah.
Because Frank de Boer will not play an expansive football, so the team can win without Pitti. The team is not winning, period. You see, if the team is winning without Pitti,
Yeah.
Pitti knows that he have to work when him get him game or sitting there on the bench.
But they tried benching him and they still didn't win.
But that's the point.
Because it's not expansive football. If
Because the point is
And another failure in this room is Ezekiel Barco. Ezekiel Barco has not lived up to the expectation either. So if Barco has lived up, and we spend a lot of time on Atlanta United, but we can get this hash out and trash out right now. If Barco has not lived up to the expectation, then if Barco had lived up to the expectation, a Pity Martinez wouldn't be as so critical as if I'm on Atlanta United side and I'm Breckshay or Arlington Nagby, and I'm pulling those strings in that midfield, setting up people and they're not scoring. And Pity Martinez is getting $17 million a year and my money can't get forward. I would be mad as hell. Because I am working back, I am helping to do my job, and Pitty's not and Barco are not doing their job.
Yeah, but again, we go back to the coaching. We didn't change the team, you know.
We did not change the team. The coach started with 4-3-3, then he modified the system to try to accommodate Pitty, and him still bug.
Him not try to accommodate Pitti. Him try to win a game. He started the team losing.
Yeah, tell me, sir, the man them have this highest invested player, and he's not willing to modify
So,
the system.
hold on, you're telling me that the coach primary thing is to suit Pitti or for win. I know the coach can't win a game consistently.
So we can't do both.
Him can't walk first, him will walk on chew gum.
Ball chat followers, you see how passionate it is in Atlanta. Atlanta United fans are mad as hell. The team is under 500. Delta is warming up the plane. Frank de Boer and Pity Martinez will be
Delta
on it.
warm up them money.
Yep.
Them sponsorship money. If I'm an Arta Black, I look for sell.
For someone who's not watching the MLS, you're very passionate.
That's why I don't watch this garbage.
It just odd that you have a team that won would probably.
Yo,
You know, for me, if you say, boy,
and then-
I'm from the city and see the heartbreak of the Falcons and a year since the
Exactly.
Braves no win nothing like 95,
finally get a
93.
winning team
I'm
now.
saying we get a winning team. I used to say, you're all right then. Other places like New England or LA, them are repeat. And we say, okay, then you're and this man I come do this. Rubbish, run him away. You're waiting him brought down the side like a manual.
well, they said it's easier to get rid of coaches, so it's easier to get rid of Frank de Boer and
Why
get rid of
didn't
him.
the billionaire didn't double the money for the former coach?
Oh, he might have better things to do. It's coaching.
This is a business after all. You can't steal money.
Mexico. Come on, you get the final say on it. Even DC United better than us.
Bumbo. Cho.
That's true.
Manala curse bad words.
That's true.
Sorry.
But we already know that. We've been saying this a long time. but that's okay.
For this year.
Rest assured, Atlanta United fans, don't lose hope. We'll fire Frank de Boer soon. All right, so we're going to segue into our power ranking, and this weekend power ranking is brought to you by Blazing Kitchen.
Yeah.
Blazing in the studio, brap, brap, warm me chicken there, brother. And now, in the 10th position, we have Benfica. Benfica is leading the Portuguese league and continue to impress. In the 9th position, we have Chelsea. Brethren, how Chelsea qualified for Champions League and running in.
That's all I'm looking for the score. More than 2 goals and them reach and man already.
Benton heights low.
But this is just a reflection of the mediocrity that we have to deal with.
Lord.
Wolves is sitting in the 8th position. Wolves has been consistent. They've done quite well this year, and so hopefully they will qualify for Europa League. If City defeats Watford in the FA Cup final, Wolves will be in next year's Europa League. Spurs, Pochettino-led Spurs is in the 7th position. Spurs goes to Ajax to try to overturn that 1-0 deficit. Let's see what Spurs is planning to do. In the 6th position, Juve, as Cristiano Ronaldo continue to recruit. Isco, Madrid, forward. Marcelo, forward. In the 5th position, we have Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich continue to impress and look ready to win the Bundesliga. In the 4th position is Ajax, a very impressive Ajax. Ajax have a player from their academy going all the way back to the 80s. They've always started 11 with the player from their academy going all impressive. In the 3rd position is City, Manchester City, Pep Guardiola. The man plans to beat if they lose to Leicester City tomorrow. City need to win out these 2 remaining matches to win the EPL. In the 2nd position, Liverpool. Very, very impressive Liverpool. Should have scored last week at Barcelona. This game on Tuesday against Barcelona will be
hot.
Tense. Liverpool are running in for EPL title and Champions League final. And in the number 1 position, Barcelona. The Lionel Messi-led Barcelona. Some classify him as the GOAT. But Barcelona have a tough matchup against Liverpool on Tuesday.
Yep.
Ball Chat followers, link us on Twitter, BallChat1. On Instagram, BallChat Podcast. Link us on YouTube, BallChat Podcast.
Share, like, and subscribe.
All right. And also on our Mixed platform, Ball Chat, also on Facebook. Email us at ballchatpodcast@gmail.com. Brethren, what a game Tuesday. Barca versus Liverpool.
Ball chat, we're out.